I got all distracted by socializing. This is why I don't do it very often.
Socializing?
Yeah.
I love how like the two other character dossier, I don't know how to pronounce that words, are long, but Mark's is like only has like 3 lines because that's literally all he knows about himself.
That's how it goes. Don't worry, it's a lot longer on my side.
Okay.
I can't wait to figure out at least some secrets about revenants.
Let's.
Hopefully.
Well, that's what I find is so hilarious about the mission you guys have selected today. You'll have some options, but it'll be interesting the stuff you uncover.
Ooh.
You can plausibly uncover.
Ooh.
Which I want to be able to dive quickly into.
Oh yeah,
So
where's the
kinda-
Roll20 thingamabobber?
Roll20.com.
Oh, is it the same one that we used last time? The same board?
Yep.
Well,
It's
we
all
access
one
it
board.
the same way, but then he can have multiple boards within that board.
Yeah, which I don't. I just delete the board I was on and make the new one. Unless you guys actually
my
like.
Deep Sea one. I needed regular Roll20. Thank you. Going to my Deep Sea campaign is not going to help me play Clattr at all.
Or is it?
It could if you're interested in my Deep Sea content.
Todd, have you been trying to talk? Because I have not heard you speak yet.
I'm here.
All right, awesome.
You're
I'm just
quiet.
used to when I have you on. Yeah, usually you do the most talking, so it's really weird that you're not doing that.
No, I'm not having to run stuff.
Right? So, diving in, you guys decide you want to go and explore the keep, which is far to the east. Not really that far. It is probably like a 2.5 day journey. Overall, you're going to head to the town of Chongzi first, which reports from the previous adventurers that went that direction is covered in giant mounds of dirt, and everyone is missing, and the place has been ransacked.
Yeah, but we're not investigating that, right? We're investigating the ruins.
That's up to you guys.
Are we supposed to be seeing the entire board?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
Thanks to doing my session 0 bit back, I now know how to scroll and like drag around.
Do all those shiny things.
All right. The link is out.
Yay, links. So, you match up with Minsky, who is running around in her PJs, reading scrolls and giving you guys directions and eating food as her usual self.
I thought you said she was eating scrolls for a second. I'm like, oh, that's classic Minsky.
She takes very good care of the scrolls, but she is always stuffing her face with something.
It
Today it
depends on the
happens to be
scroll.
nuts.
The,
She's not eating any scrolls yet.
The
Yet.
fruit roll-ups are technically scrolls.
true.
Only if you write something on them.
A lot of times they have like hieroglyphics, right? Remember the fruit rolls, like how you could peel out little like things out of? Yeah,
I remember I really liked the commercials.
I do remember that too.
Ooh, I need to
I
start. I
remember-
need to get my note sheet out.
The fruit whistles that I liked as a kid, and then I saw that commercial again when I was older. I was like, this is really, really inappropriate.
No, that was my dad. I apologize.
Don't apologize. Hi!
Sure.
Can you hear me?
No,
No.
I'll
you
scream
walked
really
away.
loud until he can.
I'm gonna turn down
Tell him I said hi
the system a little bit because
Okay, I will.
There's some obnoxiousness.
right now.
Slash
Oh.
High priority. We can't continue the game unless I know he knows I said hi.
Okay, fine. I'll go tell him.
send.
Be back.
Lampe, what's your character's name again?
Lee Barker Nabokov.
Because you're a fanboy of philosophy.
Actually, that's considering how many names
Okay,
there
he
are
knows
there.
now.
It's hilarious that one of them is not. philosophy.
Lee Barker, right?
Yeah. Stanley and, well, Nabokov, frankly. Dmitry Nabokov. Pretty sure it's Dmitry Nabokov.
So, you guys have your
Yeah.
mission and your directions, and you're able to head off. We're going to go ahead and start off with some the search rolls.
Okay.
What is that again?
Perception and focus. And you'll be
That's 5.
rolling for the first couple days.
Ooh, 15 with that explosion.
Ooh, nice.
So I have D10s. How
Wait.
many D10s?
2 unless you have something to...
Okay.
Oh, I
3,
thought you
right?
set
You
up.
said we're rating 3.
3. Yes, 3.
Yeah.
Unless you have something to boost that up.
Yeah.
That's
What are we
correct.
rolling?
Searching. Perception and focus.
Oh.
Got a 10.
Nice.
Also a 1 for Cody. Don't forget, we gotta give him those.
Yeah. Give me those ones.
Ah, shit.
I got a 3, a 5, and an 8.
So, an 8.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a couple different explosions on those rolls.
It's been long enough that I forgot how rolls work in this game.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure, which is probably why I was wrong. But
Yeah,
it's funny
you
what I was wrong
pick highest.
about.
Unless you explode. And if you get ones, let me know because I use them as a currency to destroy you.
I got an explosion and a 1.
Yes, you did. So your explosion gives you your 8 and this next highest. So you got a 15 on your roll.
I should probably do foraging. Because I do that, right? For my
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, is that also a D10 roll or is it D12?
Okay, so I have a 3 next to foraging, which I think is a +3.
Yes, and the skill, yes.
Okay.
So you don't add extra dice. It's a flat plus to whatever you roll.
Okay, and is foraging essentially just searching?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can, still use your same search check. The idea, though, is since you're foraging, your eyes are more close to your guys' movement, where people who are kind of keeping lookout are kind of looking down the road. And
Well, I'm kind of doing both, but that explains why I only got an 8.
you'd probably be focusing on one or the other. But
So I think that's an 11.
that is a 15,
Oh, okay.
right? So D10s?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 10 and 5.
And you have a
And
thing.
another one for me.
Guys, remind me to roll knowledge herbalism at some point, because right now my foraging is higher than my knowledge herbalism, and I try to alternate in sessions which one I attempt to
Why
increase.
am I looking at these gigantic squares? Did I think people were going to have cameras at some point? Why are they enormous?
Probably.
Player size. Names only.
Which,
There we are.
by the way, your Twitch chat is still just showing you the you can wait screen.
Yeah, it's lagging behind a little bit. And I did let
Alright.
that go for too long, but that's fine. I hate that it formulates to the screen. It should formulate to the feed. Although
Actually, I see
admittedly,
a
I have no
refresh.
idea how to do that.
Yeah, mine has him existing.
Existing?
Yeah, I see your face and it's moving.
I was in Potentia before that, apparently.
I mean, for liberal definitions of the word moving,
Table.
it's footage. I think it froze. Anyway,
So you guys are traveling. You camp out. As far as foraging goes, you're able to find a few decent roots and herbs
What about
that would
indecent
probably
roots
kind
and
of assist
herbs?
in. What was
No,
that?
I said, what about indecent roots and herbs?
There are indecent ones as well, but you're kind of ignoring those ones because it's just, why would they be like that?
I want to put one of the tubers that looks like a penis in my bag for later.
No, they're not that kind of indecent. They're just kind of twerking, and you don't want to touch them.
Twerking? Ah!
It reminds me. It reminds me of a picture that I saw earlier, and it had 4 different pictures, and all of them looked like butts but weren't.
Yeah.
And one of them specifically was Gar's gourd, very interestingly placed, like on his lower back, so it looked like he had a big bubble butt.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Lamp8 Creative ever makes any kind of money, and I'm just gonna like hose down all of these map makers on Patreon. Like I'm gonna buy all of this shit.
Yes, which our map maker today is Seafoot Games, one of their free maps. So
Yeah,
always
looks real
give
good.
them a big thank you.
Yeah.
And always leave the watermark.
Yes, it's there. Scroll down.
Always. Every time, leave the watermark.
Unless it's like Disney or some shit. Fuck them. But yeah, indie artists.
I would say all artists, because just because they work for Disney doesn't mean they didn't put a ton of effort into something.
Yeah, they very rarely get a watermark though. Do you remember the 3rd edition? Oh, because you were Pathfinder. You weren't actually 3rd edition. But in the 3rd edition player's handbook, the signature on the art for the guy. I don't remember his whole name, but his surname was Fish, and so his signature was like fish bones, and he'd just draw it into the art, so nobody'd be able to take it out, because it was like in there, nobody would realize that was his signature unless they knew it or whatever. It was really cool.
Clever.
Yeah, it's a really great way to do things.
But so the roots you do find would help with healing. They will give you, if you use them, you can write them down as an inventory piece, and if you use them, you can get an additional die, an advantage on healing when you're resting.
+1 die, heal, rest. I don't know how many of those I have. You can determine that.
Just one.
Just
enough,
one?
yeah,
So
just
one
for
person.
enough for one.
Basically, I don't know if it's a one-person thing or if it's a group thing. Like,
Yeah, it's just a one-person thing.
okay.
This is outrageous.
Yeah, and
So,
on our travels, since days are going by, would I regain mana?
No.
Go on this side.
Only at the end of the session do you guys do a rest, which is multiple days of sitting back and relaxing and tending to your wounds and regenerating magic.
What?
Not during adventures, though.
But did you regenerate magic last time?
Yes.
I would hope so.
Because I have full mana. It says I have full mana.
Yep, so you probably did.
Just because I did doesn't mean she did.
That's fair. Hopefully everyone did.
I can't.
So, that's really it for day one.
What are we traveling through? What's the scenery like?
The scenery is pretty much you're kind of coming from the rocky swamplands into higher elevation where things are a bit more drier and not quite mountainous, but you're getting some decent hillocks you're walking in between.
Are we traveling in the same direction that we were when we were doing the Hunt a Demon quest?
No, you are traveling the complete opposite direction.
Okay, I have that written down as east last time. So
I did say
first.
east. You guys are actually heading west.
Okay, all right.
North and south, it's really easy to, tell the difference between. But for some reason, east and west keep on getting flopped.
Right?
It's
They share
literally
3
my job to
more
do
letters.
maps and shit. and I still flop them. Pain in the ass.
So
You
I'm
know
looking
how I
at
know
my
which way
map
is
upside
west?
down.
I know which way is west because California is west.
I
So I
guess that
imagine
works. Yeah.
America. I imagine a map of America, and west is the direction of California.
But yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
Like, I know the direction, I just say the wrong thing. Or maybe that's not true because I'm dyslexic. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's more of where I'm at. I was actually looking at the map upside down, and so I told you guys east.
See, that's a lot better than when I do it wrong. When I do it wrong, I don't have an excuse like holding the map upside down.
I also just get them wrong just by saying the wrong thing, in a myriad of other ways. But today it was upside down map.
Oh yeah, my brain will just rotate maps in my head if I'm not looking directly at them.
Mhm.
It's real dumb.
So end of day one, pretty decent journey down the road. Nothing eventful really happened. You guys camp out. You're probably about 2/3 of the way is your best guess based off of any maps that you guys have seen back at the base, from getting to Chongzi, which is where you then need to start heading south from.
Good.
So since you've had a whole day to travel together and then setting up camp together, I want everyone to kind of take a little round and talk about maybe an interesting thing or something standoutish that their character did that day or night.
You mean other than foraging?
Other than foraging, yeah.
I mean, given that I got an 11, I probably also found tasty herbs that are probably going into whatever food we're making. Does anyone have
I'll allow that.
Or are we like eating regular food?
Yeah, you got some rations that the camp gave you guys to travel with.
Boring.
So Mama has a bunch of like different clay jugs and containers strapped across her back because she learned not too long ago that she can make alcohol, and that's something that you can do. And apparently, you just put things in a jar and leave them for a while.
Oh, that's
it's a little more complicated than that.
that's
I mean,
gonna
it's
go
not
terribly
actually,
great.
if you want bad alcohol.
Would any of the herbs I found be good in any of those alcohols?
Mama doesn't know. She'll take anything from her and just shove them inside the different jars.
But would I know?
Actually, I mean,
hey, roll yourself a knowledge nature.
Yeah, Jen's a lot better with a little bit of coriander.
I could roll a knowledge nature on that.
Okay, so knowledge herbalism.
That too.
Is probably. What is it probably?
Knowledge herbalism.
We disconnected from host. How did that
Where'd my Clattr attributes go? There they go.
Why don't I get a notification from that?
Focus?
Cunning and power.
Cunning and power.
Yep.
I don't have.
I've got a 13 on my knowledge nature.
Nice. You guys are just exploding all over the place today.
I only have like two die in cunning and power. That's weird.
Ouch.
Yeah. I can't think of another way to do it. I mean, other than like having, I don't know, perception and focus again.
Definitely would not be perception and focus because that's looking for something. That would work if you had a book to search.
Cunning and focus?
I would allow that. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's 4, which is d8. So 3d8s plus 2. Set 9. 9. 7 plus 2 is 9.
9.
7 plus 2 is 9.
Very confident in that.
Yeah.
You Murasaki, you feel like there should be something in here you can make a good alcohol of, but nothing's really jumping out at you. But kind of as you're talking about it, Mama, you realize the thing she's kind of describing would be good is probably a lot of those roots that she had picked up. Some of those, if you probably kind of like soaked them and stuff like that and distilled them, could make a pretty potent alcohol.
Pretty potent healing alcohol, probably.
But healing.
I ask if I can have some of those to create something, and I start making room in one of the jars by emptying it into another jar.
Sure. We will experiment.
Will this be good?
You guys are able to camp out near the one of the creeks that lead into the river. So you do have the option, if you so choose it, to rinse out that jar.
While
Yeah,
these
we can rinse it out. We can also, if there's a creek, I can try fishing.
It's a pretty shallow creek.
Oh, okay.
that might be like frogs or something.
Could try grabbing frogs. But you already did your foraging roll and got some reward from that, so we're not going to do multiple rolls for foraging.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Like, I do have a fishing skill, but like that would involve me doing a lot of things in one day.
Yeah.
While these guys are all doing that, I'm going to take turns going up to each of them, especially if I can get them alone, to do some ethnomethodology. And I'll just ask them like weird, dumb questions, like what are shoes, and shit like that, just to see how they react and take notes.
Yeah, because this isn't just about what you guys are doing at night. This is kind of what you guys did throughout the day. So it'd be pretty easy while walking to just drift behind the crowd with someone at times.
What are shoes? Foot protection.
Foot
Are socks called
protection.
foot protection?
Yes.
Not.
Yeah, I've been rubbing off on you. You knew exactly where I was going.
They're made to protect feet specifically from like sharp things on the ground and stuff, and socks do not do that. The purpose of socks is warmth, and I guess to protect from chafing. Don't worry about it.
Wonder how many city people answer that way.
What did you say the purpose of socks was?
Mostly to keep your feet warm,
Okay.
but also kind of to protect from chafing with the shoes.
And help keep the shoes clean.
Yeah, exactly. Because the smell. Oh my god,
Yeah.
sweaty boot feet is terrible.
Is that the same question you ask everybody?
No,
Everybody gets their
I try and
unique question.
customize it for different people because like one of them's a troll. You know what I mean?
Sure, are for soft people.
Yeah, exactly. So I have to have questions that are more specifically bizarre for each person because it's about undermining.
So
their
what
normativity.
do you ask Mama?
Well, I assume that Lee knows trolls better than I do, but it would probably be something, I don't know, about rocks? I have no clue.
Lee probably does not know trolls better than you do.
What's a box?
In that case, I suppose that my questions for the troll are just going to be pretty straightforward instead, so that I do know something about trolls. We're not ready for ethnomethodology yet. We don't have a normativity to undermine. What sort of things people do, where they come from? How do they tend to spend their time? You put stuff in pots. Do they make a lot of pots?
Trolls get pots. We are drinkers of pot stuff.
And then last but not least, what is your question for question?
My question for question?
Yeah.
For question mark. Purple Cat's character.
Oh.
Who doesn't seem to eat. It's kind of weird.
Are they discernibly different from other humanoids in any way, or do they pass for human?
Uh,
I was under
they
the impression that they were like fucking, jawbone hanging off. type
No,
I mean,
not-
he
not
covers
quite.
up. He tries to hide it.
Oh, okay.
yeah, he hides it pretty well.
So in that case, yeah, it would be stuff like, what's a meal?
Something I mean, I don't need that, but it's something, normal, well, other people, eat food, and that is considered a meal.
Eating food is considered a meal?
I mean, if it's like a lot of food, like I'd say like eating just an apple, that'd be a snack.
I was
Like-
gonna say I live with a girl. She just eats nuts all day.
Murasaki overhears and laughs.
Means that there has to be more to the concept of a meal than just eating, right? Anyway,
Yeah.
that kind of shit for like half an hour.
Delightful.
What about Tia?
That's Mama.
That is Mama. Never mind.
Yeah.
My brain's like, wait. Nah. I'm a silly person.
So, a day of questions, foraging, and travel. You guys make rest, sleep for the night, and are up the next morning ready to continue your hike. Which you do, and another day goes. If you push on a few hours in complete darkness, you could actually make it to Changzi.
Do we want?
Or you can kind of camp out, a few miles out of town.
I vote we camp out a few miles out of town.
This area would be more of open field. Looks like there's a lot of like agriculture going on here, but the fields have been kind of left to do their own thing.
I mean, I'm not going to force it, but my vote is that we don't go on to town for reasons.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So night 2, you guys rest again, and in the morning you make it over to Changzi, which is as odd a sight as was described to you. There are just towering, slim piles of dirt, probably some of them 6 or 7 stories high. Just
How do you spell Chongzi?
Chong space ZI.
Okay.
And the buildings have been there's like scratch marks on them, doors knocked back. Everything inside is completely just trashed and broken. Looks like raiders have already kind of been through things as a second round of tearing through more of the desks and things like that. Those remains to be piled on top of the regular older debris of whatever befell in this village.
So, is part of our quest to investigate what happened in Changzi?
That's a different quest.
Yeah.
Quest is whatever you want it to be. I mean,
It's marked
guys
separately
kinda-
on the notice board.
Yeah, if you guys feel like you need to do that, then I'll follow along or whatever. But I'm going.
At
to those
first, I
ruins.
considered it because, oh, hey, there might be loot here, so maybe we just explore, get some loot, then head to the ruins. But it's already been looted, so I say we just head to the ruins.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Is the ruins. So.
yeah, with a little bit of metagaming here. I mean, I prep what you guys will most likely do, but you really do have just open reign of the world. If you're like, actually, I'm really curious about Chongzi and I want to stay here and explore, I am fully prepared for that.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share.